Brian's with us in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Hi, Brian. What's up?
Well, hi, Dave. Thank you for taking my call.
Sure.
I got to tell you, I'm a little nervous about the butt chewing I'm about ready to receive. But I'm 44 years old. I've been married 3 times. I started accruing debt when I was, 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
My first thing I got was a $300 credit limit, Citibank card. And my bride-to-be and I were pregnant. We tried to start a business, a diaper cleaning service, and, we used the credit card.
That's now, or is that 20 years ago?
Well, that's 20 years ago.
Oh, where are we now?
Well, now I'm $300,000 in debt. I make at least, I got a $200,000 judgment.
What's the $200,000 judgment from? The business gone bad?
An accident. No, an accident with no insurance, car accident. And so that was probably 98. So that's always hung in there. I got judgments for everything. I mean, I owe everybody money, but I've never had a mortgage, and I've never had a car loan. And
so you have $300,000 in debt, but $200,000 of it's a judgment lien. What's the rest of it?
Yeah, well, I broke my arm in the late 90s, and it was a severe break, no health insurance, no nothing, and that was $35,000, $40,000. I had just medical bills. I've never been able to.
Have you got any of these people chasing you actively?
Well, I mean, I get bills every day.
But I mean, is there anybody suing you right now, or?
Not currently. There's a old bill collector that just attached onto my check or my wages, so they get
from what, a medical bill?
Well, yeah, they end up getting 5 or 6 local businesses, or in the area, where there be a check.
Okay, so you make $27,000. What is your best year you ever made income wise?
That probably would have been $38,000, and that would have been when I was married to my second wife.
Gotcha.
At least 15 years ago. Okay. I'm currently married now.
So you said you were going to get a butt chewing. Why? What have you done to get a butt chewing?
I mean, I've always been in about the same income bracket. Just barely over starving. Always. Yeah.
But I mean, why does that mean you should get your butt chewed? That just sounds like you've been struggling.
Well, I mean, life has always been a big struggle, and to get by on more income, I've always beg, borrowed, or steal, or not literally steal.
Yeah, I understand. You just been scratching and clawing trying to eat.
Right. So now I'm currently
so I think what you're telling me is that your persistent income problem has had you without health insurance, without car insurance, which have been disastrous decisions.
Yeah.
And your persistent income problem has made you unable to address these judgments because you never have any money except barely keep the lights on and food.
Right. Yeah. We don't. We're just over the income limits for food stamps.
Yeah. And
Medicaid,
so really, more than
stuff.
anything, what we have is a career crisis.
Yeah.
And we got to start thinking about, okay, Brian is 40-something years old. What is Brian going to do when Brian is 50 years old that's going to be making more money than he's ever made in his life?
Well.
And what steps are you going to take to get to that? I don't know what that is. But the only thing that's consistent in your discussion with me is the lower income problem. And that has to do with absolutely no plan, and you just got stuck in a job and never had a better plan to do something else, never took a class or anything else. And I would really sit down and start setting some detailed goals and say, all right, I've always wanted to be and you fill in that blank. And I think I have the talent and the skills and the brain power to do that. Now, what have I got to do? And it may take you 3 years. It may take you 5 years to work towards that in an apprenticeship, or to take a couple of classes, or to get a certification in a certain field. But and I'm not saying just go after money, but I can tell you, if you do not have a detailed plan that you're aiming at, and a step-by-step breakdown of baby steps of how you're going to get to that, you're going to wake up at 54 and still be making $27,000. And there's no sin in making $27,000. It doesn't make you a bad person. It's just made your life hell. It's just because you don't have, you don't have the basic health insurance. You don't have the basic car insurance. Those things are on top of you, so you get these things over the top of you. What happened if you got into something and you started making $75,000, $80,000 a year someday? Maybe it took you 5 years of work and to get working extra jobs to get there. But maybe you got there in 5 years. How much would your life be changed? It would be completely transformed. And so I would really say that you need to start thinking about what you want to be in the next phase of your life, and then do the research, the study of what it takes to be one of those. Talk to people that are one of those. And how do I get my income to do that? And again, we're not just chasing money. Usually you're going to find the most money around something you like and that you're good at and that you have a natural bent for. I want to send you a book called Start. Kelly is going to pick up as our phone screener and get your address, and I'm going to send you a copy of the book Start as my gift. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.